Brick Gothic. In the medieval heart of cities like Krakow and Torun, this style showcases Poland's early prosperity and connection to European trade. The Gothic kamienica is a tall, narrow brick building with a steeply pitched roof designed to shed heavy snow. Its most notable features are the high, decorative gables that face the street and the pointed arches over windows and doorways. These sturdy, fire-resistant buildings housed wealthy merchants, their workshops, and their goods, forming the dense, historic streetscapes of Poland's old towns. Half-timbered. In the western and northern regions of Poland, like Silesia and Pomerania, the German cultural influence is visible in this distinctive style. Known in Polish as mur pruski, or Prussian wall, its aesthetic comes from an exposed timber frame of dark wood. The spaces between the structural beams are filled with brick or a wattle and daub mixture, creating a striking geometric pattern on the facade. This building technique was both durable and decorative, a common sight in both villages and cities in these regions. Arcaded, a unique style found in market towns and villages, especially in the north. The arcaded house is a brilliant fusion of public and private space. Its design is characterized by a prominent arcade or covered walkway on the ground floor, supported by heavy wooden or brick pillars. This feature provided a sheltered space for merchants to sell their goods, protected from rain and sun, while the family's private living quarters were located on the floors above. It's a practical architecture born from a culture of trade. Polish Manor. This is the architectural heart of the old Polish nobility, the Szlachta. The classic dworek is a single-story mansion, known for its symmetrical design, white plastered walls, and a high, hipped roof. Its most defining feature is a grand columned portico at the entrance, which served as a formal welcome. Built from the Renaissance to the 19th century, the dworek was more than just a house. It was the center of social and patriotic life, a symbol of Polish identity, especially during the long years of foreign partition. Olender Farmhouse. Brought to Poland by Dutch and Frisian settlers who were masters of land reclamation, this is a unique style found near waterways in regions like Mazovia. The Olender farmhouse is defined by its practical, linear layout, often with the living quarters, barn, and stables all housed under one long, continuous roof. These timber frame homes were often built on raised platforms or artificial mounds to protect them from the frequent river floods, a testament to the settlers' skill in adapting to the landscape. Wooden folk cottage. This represents the broad tradition of rural peasant housing across Poland, an architecture of necessity built from the materials of the land. The classic Polish chata is a simple single-story house built of logs or timber, often with a high, thatched roof to shed rain and snow. Regional variations are numerous, from the ornate gables and porches of the Kirpi region to the simple timber homes of Podlakia. These humble cottages were the heart of rural life for centuries. 19th century tenement. The architectural symbol of the Industrial Revolution in Polish cities. The Kamienica Rzęsowa was a large, multi-story rental apartment building designed to house a booming urban population. The facades were often highly decorative, featuring elaborate plasterwork in eclectic or neoclassical styles, with shops on the ground floor. The quality varied immensely, from luxurious apartments for the middle class to dark, crowded flats in rear courtyards for the workers. Zakopane. Born in the high Tatra Mountains, this is a unique and artistic evolution of the traditional wooden folk architecture of the Górals, or Polish Highlanders. Created by architect Stanisław Witkiewicz in the late 19th century as a national style, its look is one of soaring, steeply pitched roofs, intricate and masterful carpentry, and decorative motifs based on local folk art. It features elaborate carvings, sunny verandas, and a strong foundation of river stones, creating a romantic and distinctly Polish architecture. Swidermajer, a unique and highly decorative style of wooden villa found in the resort towns around Warsaw, like Otwock. The Swidermajer, named after the Swider River, is a playful blend of traditional Polish wooden architecture with the light, airy look of Swiss chalets and Russian dachas. It is characterized by its intricate, almost lace-like carved wooden decorations on verandas, porches, and gables, creating a whimsical and distinctive summer house aesthetic for the wealthy urban class. Art Nouveau. At the turn of the 20th century, a wave of Art Nouveau, or Secessia, swept through Polish cities like Kraków and Łódź. This urban style was a rebellion against historical formalism, embracing flowing, organic forms. The facades of these townhouses are known for their asymmetrical designs, sinuous whiplash curves, and rich ornamentation inspired by nature, with floral motifs, female figures, and delicate ironwork. It was the elegant, artistic style of a confident and creative urban middle class. Interwar Modernism. After Poland regained its independence in 1918, a new architectural style was needed to symbolize a modern, forward-looking nation. The city of Gdynia, built from scratch in the 1920s, is a showcase of this style. Polish modernism is defined by its clean white facades, cubic forms, and nautical-inspired details like curved balconies and porthole windows. It was a style of optimism and progress, a deliberate break from the architecture of the partitioning empires. Socialist Realist bloc. For a brief period after World War II, the Soviet-backed government imposed an official style, Socialist Realism. While mostly used for grand public projects, it also influenced residential blocks in new model towns like Nowa Huta. The style was monumental and classical, meant to inspire awe for the state. Apartment buildings were grand, symmetrical, and often decorated with classical details like columns and pediments, an attempt to create a palace for the people rooted in communist ideology. Communist-era bloc. This is the most dominant and widespread architectural style of post-war Poland, a solution to a massive housing crisis. Known as Wielka Płyta, or the Great Slab, it features enormous, multi-story apartment blocks made from prefabricated concrete panels. The look is one of stark uniformity and immense scale, with repeating grids of windows and balconies. These buildings were erected quickly and cheaply to house millions, becoming the visual symbol of life in the People's Republic of Poland. Polish Cube. A unique and very personal reaction to the uniformity of the communist-era blocks. During the 1970s and 80s, when materials were scarce, many Poles built their own private homes. The result was the Polish cube, or klocki. This is a simple, cubic, two-story house with a flat roof and often a small balcony. Built with whatever materials were available, these pragmatic, self-built houses became a symbol of private initiative and a desire for personal space in a collectivist system. Gargamel. In the 1990s, after the fall of communism, there was an explosion of creative and chaotic architectural energy. This style, sometimes nicknamed Gargamel, is the look of early, unregulated Polish capitalism. It is defined by its eclectic mix of features: brightly colored plaster, mismatched windows, turrets, and exaggerated rooflines. It was a loud, often unrefined, but exuberant expression of newfound freedom, individuality, and the dream of building one's own personal castle. Contemporary. Today, Polish architects are gaining international recognition for a new style of sophisticated minimalism. Contemporary Polish houses are often defined by their clean, geometric forms, a limited palette of high-quality materials like concrete, wood, and dark metal. A common form is the modern barn, or nowoczesna stodoła, which reinterprets the simple, gabled shape of a traditional farmhouse with a sleek, modern aesthetic, large glass walls, and an open-plan interior. Thanks for watching. Which of these house styles do you like the most? Let me know in the comments. Also, remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video.